To the 37th episode of the Junkie podcast. My name is Amber and I can be found on most social media as Junkie. On Ravelry, I am Junkie with the number 6. On Instagram, I am _Junkie. I have a Facebook page that I'm not very active on. Instagram is definitely my most active social media, so if you want to message me or tag me in a post, I'd love that. I'd love to see what you're working on, if you're a part of any of my cows. Right now I'm doing the Knit Miss in July cow, which I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've recorded. Summer hours, everyone keeps talking about summer hours. I'm no different, and I'm also fighting the sun. So my girls are home, of course, from school. Go lay down, Lucy. You can't come over here and step on my stuff. Go. My girls are home from school, and they've been busy with their stuff. They've done golf lessons, swim lessons. We've gone to the zoo, we went to a music festival, so we've just been very busy. I have also done tons of knitting in this time too. My dog is like going crazy if you can hear her whining right next to you. Sorry, I put a chair there because I've smartened up since 37 episodes in. I put a chair there to block her, so hopefully she won't come over and step on all my stuff, but she's still right there. I'm trying to ignore her and just stare at you so she knows that I'm ignoring her. So, I have 4 FOs, guys. Like I said, I've been knitting and crocheting and just making like crazy. As you can see, my exploration station is done. It is completely off the needles. I'm going to leave it up here. I'm not going to get it down. I've given you all close-ups of it 1,000 times. Actually, I'll go ahead and put it down. I should have done this before. Don't follow me, don't follow me. Something fell. It's my little yarn that Atrilla made me for Mother's Day out of clay. So, the sun is so bright. My exploration station. It's done. And it is, everyone talks about how big this thing is when it's done. I don't feel like mine's that huge. I mean, I'm really tall, so my wingspan's really long, and it's just the size of my wingspan. But I did knit this for Atrilla, so I don't mind that it's a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't say that's small. I'm just huge, I guess. Just a huge person. But yeah, I'll go over my colors. Y'all have seen this, and the sun is not going to be a friend. But you can see along the bottom is where I screwed up that one little lace stitch. And I mean, I know a knitter would be able to easily pick that out and be like, oh, she made a mistake. But I don't care. And if I ever meet a knitter like that that would tear apart my work because of one mistake, then that's not a knitter I want to know anyway. I kid. I'm sure no one would be like, oh, your shawl's ugly because of that one thing. I love it, you guys. And Atrilla does too. She loves the colors. She thinks it's so amazing. I'm obsessed with brioche now. I basically want to knit all the brioche because of this one shawl. I really love it. I love all Stephen West patterns. And I'll go over my yarns. So the whole time it was housed in my amazing barn bag by Miss Brown's Bags. Jody. It's got dog hair all over it because it was sitting on the ground. Miss Brown's Bags. I have a lot of her bags. I've got my Heisenberg button on there and my little heart from Shara. So, the yarns I used. And again, I mean, you know what this is. Exploration Station by Stephen West. Right? Everyone knows what this shawl is. So, I knit, that's another thing. I knit this whole portion, the short rows, where it goes back and forth on a size 3 because it asks for a size 6, but again, I say this every time, I knit incredibly loose, and for me and my gauge, I just felt like a 3 was more comfortable fabric. And then on the brioche, I went down to a 2.5 just so it was nice and tight because I tried it with a 3 and it was just way loosey-goosey and pretty ugly. And then I went ahead and sized up just because I felt the overall shawl was kind of small. I sized up to a 4 on all of these sections just so it would really open up on the ends and be kind of flowy and airy. You know, dense, nice and dense around your throat where you want it, but then kind of lighter fabric down here where you're having layers anyway, was kind of my thinking. And I love it. The yarns I used are, so I bought all of these individually to make socks, and then as I was putting them in my stash, it just became clear to me that it needed to be an exploration station. Basically because I've talked about this, and I don't know if you're going to see it with the sun being where it's at. Oh, why did I do it right here, right now, you guys? Because my kids are asleep and this is the time I could do it. So you can see on this particular yarn, it has all of the colors in it, like the blue, the neon green, and the neon pink. And this colorway is Madeline Tosh Broken Pottery. And this is the Twist Light base. And I've worked with this base quite a bit, and I really enjoy working with it. I feel like it knits up really well, it wears really well. I don't have one bad thing to say about Twist Light. This is also Twist Light, look, it's like glowing. It's Edison bulb. It's very, very bright neon yellow. Definitely a highlighter yellow. And this one, I'm going to sneeze. And I'm not fancy enough to cut it out. Sorry. Excuse me. So this one is Socks That Rock in colorway Psycho Barbie. Isn't that funny? I think that's the name. Let me check the tag right quick. Yeah, Socks That Rock. It's 100% superwash merino in Psycho Barbie. And it's just really neon and bright, smack you in the face pink. And then the last one I used was Jinx yarn. I don't know what base. Strong Sock and her Cancun colorway. So it's just really kind of bluish, white. I really like the way it knit up. It's very summery, isn't it? So the shawl really doesn't use a lot of any of these balls, so that's how much I have left. And I was thinking about doing Rose City rollers and contrasting heels and toes and all that stuff for me and my girls. Like matching, but not matching fraternal socks for all of us. But then the same girl who did the Rose City roller socks, Mara Briner, just released a new pattern called the Jelly Roll socks, which I totally bought like as soon as she released it. And I'm thinking I'll do the Jelly Roll socks with these. I was thinking like this. A pair for Trilla and a pair for me. And then if we have leftovers, maybe a pair for Prudence. We'll see. Yeah, I am going to knit those socks eventually because, guys, I have so many socks on the needles, but I have a couple more FOs to show you before I get to those. So, right now I'm going to say, if your name is Chelsea of the Legacy Knits podcast, I'm going to need you to turn this off. I don't even know if she watches my podcast. She might. I am paired with her for the podcaster swap, and I wanted to show you guys some things I made for her before I sent them off. I'm kind of a slacker. I was already supposed to send my package, and I didn't. But I messaged her, and she hasn't either. So yay for being paired with somebody that's pretty much the same as me and not getting out her package on time or just a little bit late. Gosh, my nose is running like crazy now and I don't have a tissue. So Chelsea, look away, turn it off, skip forward like a few minutes, just don't look. So, Chelsea, are you gone? Okay. I wanted to, as soon as I got paired with her, I was so excited because I feel like she is my unofficial knitting buddy. A lot of the things that she's been making, a lot of the cows she's been participating in, I have too. She made the exploration station, she did a stuffy along, I knit something for her, crocheted something for her stuffy along. She participated in my fine and dandy cal. It was just like, she's knitting a featherweight, or I think she just got done with hers. So and she is obsessed with Stephen West patterns and has been knitting a lot of his patterns, and I was just really excited to be paired with somebody that I felt that strong of a connection to, like we were all making the same things at the same time. And she is also an elephant lover. Prudence, I think I've talked about this quite a few times, is obsessed with elephants. Like, really has always been since her first animal sound when she was an infant was an elephant. And I mean, she has a memory like an elephant, and she's just truly, truly obsessed, like obsessed. That's the first thing she wants to look at when we go to the zoo. I mean, she loves them. So, again, I was excited to be paired with Chelsea because of that connection of she and both my daughter loving elephants. So I wanted to make her a couple of things like you do when you do a swap. We had to do an ornament because it's a Knit Miss in July podcaster swap. And so the idea was to do an ornament, some minis, and, a swap. So, and we weren't supposed to go overboard, but you know us knitters. I want to make things that are going to make her smile when she opens it, and it's a present. So, I mean, I made this little sock, and oh my goodness, I thought of Jenny from the Lone Larch podcast the whole time I was making this. Thank you so much, Jenny, for the shout out. She picked my tree as one of she did this giveaway on her podcast, and anyway, she picked my tree. She asked you to go list a tree that was your favorite for a giveaway that she was doing, and she picked mine to talk about on her podcast, which was just super special. I picked a mimosa tree, in case you were wondering. A mimosa tree is really, they're really popular, not popular, but native, that's the word I was looking for. They're super native to Texas, around our area anyway. And there was just this really pretty tree with these pink blooms, so you should look it up. And the leaves go to sleep at night. Like at dusk, the leaves will close on the tree and it will go to sleep. And then in the morning, they open back up. It's amazing. Anyway, I thought of Jenny when I was making this sock. Sorry for that tangent. Because she always makes mini socks with all her, this sun is going to drive me crazy. All her little minis, she makes socks. And look at what they're cute. And when I was making this, my husband was like, are you making an American Girl doll sock? Our daughters have those dolls like every girl in America and non-Americas. And I was like, no, but that's a really good idea. And as soon as Atrella saw it, she asked me to. She was like, can you make a sock for my doll? So I have to do that. And the yarn I used, I was looking for it, is Holly Jolly Texas. And this is a post yarn that I got last year. And it's a Corriedale base. Yeah, superwash Corriedale and nylon, and it's Jollyville, Texas. I just love that colorway name, so super pretty. It's self-striping. I didn't really get to any of the pink except for on the little tie, which kind of bummed me out, but that's the first thing that I made her. I also often make these for my swaps just because they're so easy and it's a good way to use up my wonky hand spun, but a mug rug. And I've talked about how I make these before, but again, I bought this from the Buffalo Wool Company online. It's local to Texas, this company. It's actually in Arlington, which is a little over an hour from me. And so I ordered it and got it the next day, like in my mail the next day. So they have fast turnaround, and I think this was about $30, less than $30, maybe $28 or something. And it's just, you can do it with regular yarn too. You don't have to have hand spun. It's a good way to use up your scraps. I'm gonna put it back in here. But so I made her this to send just with my hand spun. And the last thing I made her, so my Prudence saw me working on this and she was like, is that for me? And I said, no. And she said, I know it's for me. You're just kidding me. And I said, it's really not. And then she realized that I was being serious and she said, well, I really need one of those for my birthday. So I made, Chelsea always talks about how much she loves to dance and how much she loves elephants. So I made her a ballerina elephant. And I did eyelashes. Like, that was a last minute little thing. I was sewing the eyes and I usually cut those. And I was like, oh, it looks like eyelashes. How cute is that? So I'm sending her this too. This little elephant that I crocheted. So I'm sending her something I spun and wove, something I knit, and something I crocheted. I'm very excited about that. So I really love this. Bye. And she will be off to her new home. As soon as I record this, I'm going to the post office. So I really love her. I want to make another. The yarn that I used on the elephant was this that I was gifted by, I did a swap, and it was that Japanese yarn. I don't know if y'all remember me talking about it, but I didn't know anything about it other than it was wool. I just thought the color was very much a Chelsea color. She knits a lot with a minty blue like this. And then the minis that I used for her skirt and her shoes, I actually thought I had enough of. This particular mini that I used on her skirt is a singles. It's Madeline Tosh TML from, I believe this came from, I just had the tag. Bear with me for 1 second while I peek around. I think it came from Stephanie over at Milkshed Blog. She sent me a little package. Where did that tag go? That's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to find it as soon as I stop recording. I know it. So she sent me a couple of minis in a package just to cheer me up right after my mom passed, and this was one of them. And I ran out as soon as I got done with the skirt. It's not completely out, but I definitely don't have enough for the shoes. I was super bummed. So I went looking through my minis again, and I found this is a Cat's Kettle mini, and I think this is one of her fall colorways. Cranberry, if I'm not mistaken. That might not be right, but it's definitely one of her fall colorways because I got the little mini kit that she did. And it matched. I mean, not exactly, but well enough to where it didn't look like a different yarn altogether. And so those are all my finished objects, and I will be right back. I'm back, and let's get started on our whips. I have about 1 million sock whips. Like, seriously, it's sock madness around here. And I want to cast on more. I've bought like 5 sock patterns in the past couple of weeks since I last recorded. It's craziness. So my first sock whip is in my little Diana Couture bag. It's like a little yarn owl. You can knit from it. I bought this at DFW Fiberfest. It's okay for a sock whip, and I really love the print, but I don't love the design. I don't know. It's not my favorite style of bag. It's interesting for sure, and I think that it will be useful for festivals if you want to knit while you walk around, but I don't know. So this would have been a finished object, but I had to rip out the toe because I knit the toe way too short on this one. And I was going to give them to Etrella since the toe was too short on me. And then she was like, well, I don't really like those socks, Mom. Okay, because I love these socks. And if you don't like them, I'm just going to rip out the toe and reknit it. So that's what I did. I ripped out the toe and I've put it on deep ends, and you can see I was like done with the sock. I mean, I wove in the ends and everything. So that's like a little situation that I can't get out, but it's on the top of the foot, and feeling it, it's just like a little knot, so I don't think it will be bothersome to me once the socks are done, but who knows. So again, this yarn is Brazen Stitchery in colorway, I had the tag, District 12, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I love this yarn so much, is because the name. Hunger Games is one of my all-time favorite book series, movie series. I also really love Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's a phenomenal actress. I love everything she's been in. Oh my God, I love how that yarn worked up. And what's interesting is, do you see that right there, how it pulled into it a little arrow? It did the same thing on this one. On a different little section, it pulled into an arrow. Are these not Katniss Everdeen socks? Have you ever did see them? And again, I talked about this earlier, but I had it's right here actually. I bought this black Knit Pick Stroll for contrasting heels and toes for this yarn. And then once I started to knit it, I was like, oh gosh, that's not at all the color I need. But this brown that I had, which is a Madeline Tosh Twist Light base in colorway Pecan Hole, was perfect. Like the perfect contrast to this yarn. It matches up so well. So it's yellow, and it has little hints of green and red and brown and orange throughout. I feel like I would totally buy this yarn again and knit something else. So that's how much short I knit the toe. So pretend this has a brown toe on it. It's an inch too short. What was I thinking? Or like half an inch too short. I don't know. So that's my first sock whip, number one. That was almost a hoe. This is what I have left. I thought I only had enough yarn for rollers, but seeing how much I have left over in this, I could have knit longer socks, definitely. But I didn't want to run out of yarn. So now I can just save this for minis. My second sock whip in my Mandy's Boutique bag with feathers is my stripy sock. So I showed you guys this last time. This was actually, the yarn was a gift to me by a viewer, Sonia. And I didn't know it was going to stripe up like this. So look at this. So this was the first sequence of stripes, and that's how I thought it was going to be. But then it repeated the orange and blue, and then it kind of went in reverse order. Isn't that cool? I really like that. And so this is my first Fish Lips Kiss heel that I am in the middle of knitting. I went to knit night and had them sit down with me and show me, because I just can't get it. I just can't. And I got about halfway through, and now I need to knit the other side of the heel. But I guess I'll just do that tomorrow night, because, again, I need someone to sit there and basically walk me through the process. But so I have half of a heel. The last time I was about here, I think, when I showed you guys this sock. So not a ton of progress, and this sock was just really to practice doing a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And the yarn is an MCN base by Willy Wonka Fibers. And my contrasting was Sweet Dream. No, Dream and Color. But I don't remember the colorway name. So my next socks, I was gifted a gift card. I was given a gift card by one of our Knit Night regulars when she moved away. She gave a lot of us just a $20 gift card to the yarn shop, which I just thought was really sweet and totally unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And so everyone, including her, had recently bought this colorway at West 7th Wool, which is my new local yarn shop. And I'd never knit with this before. It's Cascade Yarns Heritage Prints, but everyone picked up this colorway, and I was just watching them knit with it and really liking how it knit up, and there was one more ball left, and I had that gift card, so I bought it. And this is really economically friendly, $13 for 437 yards, and it's 75/25 superwash merino and nylon. And it has this little color guide of how it will knit up. And it's really soft, and I am enjoying knitting it. So I decided to knit the Pebbles socks by Mina Phillip. It's part of her Beyond Vanilla sock collection. She gifted me the collection and also gifted me the collection to give to my viewers, which I did last podcast. And so I decided that I needed to cast on, since she gifted me the pattern, I needed to cast on one of them. And so I'm doing the Pebbles socks, which is just a lightly textured design. It's very simple and intuitive, and I really like how it's knitting up. So I got through the beige, and I'm back on the brown down here. And I'm knitting this on my Tiny Circs. Guys, I kind of like these. So I knit most of my rollers on Tiny Circs, only switching for like the heel flap and gusset stitches. And then the toe is just easier for me to do on DPNs as well. But cast on and then knitting the whole leg or foot, I did on size 9-inch Circs. And I kind of like them. What size am I using? It's like a 1.5, I think. It's a 2.25 Chalgu needle. So, yeah, that's another sock whip. That's 3 sock whips. And that is in my Fawn and the Fox bag, her succulents print. I love Laura's bags. There's another one up there because she has really good bags. I have another on the way. I hit up our shop update a couple weeks ago and totally scored, which made me excited. That one wasn't a very busy shop update. Sometimes her updates sell out like that. And that one, a lot of the bags just sat and sat and sat. And I was, my heart pounding and trying to fiddle and that whole thing. And it was totally fine. I didn't even need to worry about it. What else? Sock whips. I still just have, the cuff of my monkey sock. I want to knit it, but I also want to knit all the other socks. So this is just languishing, and it probably will be for a while, sadly, because I want to knit other socks more. Like a new cast on that I want to do, and this is actually an acquisition, the bag is. I follow, oh my gosh, why did I write her name down? And she doesn't have a tag on her bag. If you want to know, ask me, and I will look on Instagram and see who she is, because she is just, her Instagram feed is just incredibly beautiful, and she was doing these embroidery, and then she sewed a bag, and I was like, oh my gosh, if you sell those, I would love to buy one. And she was like, actually, I'm gonna sell them, so buy a bag. And I did, and she lived in Irving. She's not from Irving, Texas. I used to live there when my husband and I first got married. She's not from Texas, she's from LA, and she said it was quite a culture shock to move out here, which I'm sure from California, this is a million times different. But it was just really neat to buy something local-ish to me, and without further ado, here's the bag. Like, is this not the most beautiful? Oh my gosh, you guys, it's got a little beehive with these little beads and all these flowers, and her embroidery is just exquisite. It totally inspires me. I really want to embroider or cross stitch or something. I keep saying that and then I just knit, but oh my gosh, you guys, I really love those. It's just so delicate and so beautiful. And she gave me the option of doing a natural linen or this green. You guys know how much I love green and how afraid I am of natural colors getting dirty. And I really love this jute twine that she put in here. That's just really cool. And the lining. So she also sent Knitter's Currency, some tees, and a little sachet she made. I love this fabric. Like, oh, I could just imagine a dress out of that fabric, couldn't you? Lavender, love it, love it. So in here, I have my yarn already, and I didn't have to buy the pattern, duh. Nessa Townley's I Heart Bees pattern is free. It's free Ravelry download. You guys, this pattern is so gorgeous, and I don't know why I haven't cast on yet, because I've been trying to be good and make some real progress on all my other whips before I cast on her pattern. But I cannot stand it, and it's so beautiful, and I really want to knit it. So go check it out. I Heart Bees in my little bee bag. It's just so perfect. And I mean, how perfect for summer to be knitting a bright sunny yellow sock in a little drawstring bag. That's going to be a very happy knit for me. And the grocery girls are doing like a second summer sock along thing. I have a bunch of first socks, so maybe I'll have second socks to go with these pretty soon. But yeah, we'll see. What else, you guys? I will do my whips now, or continue my whips. So again, another Miss Brown's bag. I love this one. And my What the Felt pin from Knitty by Nature. What the Felt? So my featherweight, you guys, it's growing and growing and growing. But it is, look, I don't think I need to let you guys know. I kind of like this color pink. Kind of, just a little maybe. So I am totally done with the body. The body is done, the body is done. And I didn't knit it as long as I thought I would, just because I feel like it's gonna grow and stretch out, and I don't want it to be ridiculously oversized. I'm okay with it being a little oversized, but, so that's where I was last time. And so I knit all of that. And I also picked up for the sleeve, and I'm knitting the sleeve on DPNs. And this DPN cozy came from my good friend Gemma from Rockabilly Crafts. She's got another really cool VW bus print in her shop right now that I'm like having to sit on my hands to keep from ordering, because I already have this bag from her. And I mean, how many VW prints do you really need? Don't answer that if you say more than one. But yeah, so it's an elbow length sleeve right now. The pattern calls for 3/4 length sleeves, like just below the elbow, but I'm knitting full sleeves. I would rather knit full sleeves and push my sleeves up than have short sleeves. That's just, a sweater has to have sleeves to me. I'm a cold-natured person. So I guess I could put it on. I've been putting it on a lot because I love to, and imagine wearing it. So I'm knitting the DPNs. Oh, I guess I could talk about that because I've done these sleeves on all the needles. So I knit the whole body on wooden needles. Where are they now? On another project. Knit picks size 4, the Majestic needles, but then I did the ribbing. I sized down to a 3 on the ribbing instead of a 4, and I only have the carbons. I have an interchangeable set of carbons. So on the sleeves, it says to knit the sleeves on DPNs, but Chelsea of the Legacy Knits just knit her featherweight, and she knit her sleeves using a circular needle, a 9-inch circular. So I bought this to knit the sleeves, but I was not enjoying knitting the sleeves on this. The socks I don't mind, but I don't know why. I don't know if it was just, I have no idea why. I just did not enjoy knitting the sleeve on this. I think I'm going to try it now that it's a little bit longer. I might switch back to the circular to see if it's a little bit more enjoyable, but I was doing it up here where it was just kind of awkward and tight in the armpit area. So I'm knitting them on my Carbon's DPNs now. And the arm is tight. I know I was reading a lot of people's project pattern notes and things, and people saying how tight the arm is. And so I picked up more stitches under the arm. I did decrease 2 of them away, but overall I have more stitches, and there's room in here. Like, I am muscular, so I didn't want it to be sucked against my arm. And there's definitely a little bit of positive ease. And we can, I'll show you how long it is. So again, I haven't washed it or anything, but this is the top of my hip here. And it just goes right below. The ribbing is, the top of the sweater goes to the top of my hip, and then I have ribbing. And it's like an exact color to this romper. But I am so ready to be done with it. I still have very long monkey arms. I have to knit all of that, and then this whole arm too, and then pick up and knit the collar. So, I mean, honestly, another month at least on this sweater, no joke. It's just taking me a long time because it's fingering weight, because I want to work on other things. Stockinette gets really boring to work on. Actually, now I'm just knitting in the round, so there's not even any purling. I don't mind purling. I know a lot of people hate purling. I don't. I really love ribbing. Like, ribbing's my favorite thing to knit. So that's that whip. And what else? I guess we can go on to my acquisitions. This is another needle that I tried. After I didn't like the circulars, I bought these DPNs off of Knit Picks. I cannot stand wooden DPNs. I knit 2 rows on these, and I was like, let's go to my Carbons. I was thinking as soon as I got done with the body that the featherweight was gonna go by like that. So I went ahead and bought the vitamin D cardigan pattern. I've been wanting to knit this since I began knitting, and I caked up my yarn for it. See, it's missing from there. My knitting ladies were like, you have way too much yardage for that. I don't know why I bought six balls of yarn, 6 hanks, but I did. I know why, because I wanted enough to alternate, and I just love this colorway, and it was the Madtosh sale, and I got it for 60% off. So I bought all the colors of the mustard yarn. Hang on, there's 2 more. And again, I do not need. A friend of mine knit this at Knit Night, the same that gave me the gift card. She said, Amber, you don't need 6. I used 3, and I'm a lot bigger than you. So yeah, I don't need 6. But then I can knit, you know, a shawl or some socks, or I don't know, I just love this colorway. This is the same colorway, except in a different base. I knit this in the same colorway. It's daffodil, in case I didn't say that. I know I didn't. Madeline Tosh, this is the MCN base in the colorway daffodil. And it goes with my bag so well, right, you guys? The chickens. And I just thought that was perfect. Sunrise, vitamin D, chicken bag. That's going to be a happy knit too. And what was I really thinking, you know, wanting to cast on a fingering weight sweater as soon as I get done with the fingering weight sweater? I wasn't thinking. So I cast on another sweater because I'm insane and I was wanting something that was going to go by quicker. So I've had this book for a couple months. I actually got it at Joann's. I went in there for, I don't remember what, but then I didn't get whatever that was, and I was looking at the books. And I picked this up, and the girl actually gave me a discount, and I got it for half off. So I'm knitting this. I've been wanting to knit this for a while too. It's the Jenny, the Owl cardigan by Maria Chiba. That's that same, I know that designer name. Isn't that cool? Like, once you start to really immerse yourself in the Ravelry knitting world, and then designer names really start, you recognize them, you start with the name recognition, because Raybot, what is her name? Kimber talks about Maria. They're friends, I think. So, and they live in the same area maybe, but yes, I've been wanting to knit the Jenny for a while. I think it's called the Jenny somewhere else. And I started it. I cast on, and I'm knitting ribbing, because I love knitting ribbing, you guys. Now I look like Rambo. So, this is just some yarn I've had in stash forever and a day, and it is Red Heart's Boutique. I wish I had the tag, because it's like a Mod Podge blend. Acrylic, wool, some sparkle in there. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, this is going to be a fun fall cardigan to have. And I have it in my beautiful Catherine Fail Designs bag. I love this bag because it fits my book. Look at that. Fits my book in my yarn, and it's perfect for this particular project. So I haven't really worked on that, but that's what I work on when I don't feel like working on my whips. I'm like, oh, let me rib some. That's my relaxing time. Okay, so I'm going to stop it right here, and I'll be right back with my acquisitions, because you guys, I fell off the wagon pretty hard. I'll be right back. So I have fallen off the wagon, which is okay, because I've also done some stuff that I was supposed to do. And I've been treating myself since I was all adult and been going to the dentist, and I paid a ticket, and you know, the adult stuff that you have to do. And then you treat yourself, right? So I have so much, you guys, so much to show you. The first thing I wanted to show you, I actually had this the last time I recorded, and I just forgot to show you. But Jody has been doing these kits, Jody of Miss Brown's Bags, and the Grocery Girls podcast. Hi, Tracy, because I never mentioned your name. I love both of you. Jody has been doing these amazing kits where she pairs up with a yarn dyer, and then she sews a bag, and the dyer dyes some yarn after the print of the bag. Did you hear my stomach growl? Anyway, so she just recently posted this fabric, and I died. And I messaged her, and I was like, please tell me you have some more, because there was none in her shop. And she was like, I think I might. Let me check. And of course she did, because she's amazing and she's an enabler. And she sent me, I purchased this amazing kit from her. B-Splat, you guys. Vivid yarn. I've never used Vivid yarn before, so that in and of itself is exciting. And I mean, how perfect is this, you guys? Like, and on the bag has this little honeycomb. It's backwards. Honeycomb with a little bee. It's still backwards. What's wrong with me? There we go. It's a honeycomb progress keeper with a bee. And then she also has a bee stitch marker on here. I love it. I love it. And all these words say honey. Honey, 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 honey. And the inside's just this really nice light colored lining. But this is perfect. And so what I'm going to knit with this, I didn't print the pattern, but I bought it, is the Crazy Castle Socks. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. I don't know the designer's name, but it's this honeycomb stitch pattern, and it also has this lace bee. Go look it up. Crazy Castle Socks. You can maybe look in my library. Can you look in other people's library? I just bought it, like I said, so I'm knitting this into that. Oh my gosh, look at that. I just love that. Look at it. It's pink. And the yellows and the blacks. And this is just going to look so darn good. So, so good. I just love it. And I also, in the mail, yeah, so a lot of you know Andy of Andre Sue Knits has been dyeing sock blanks. And I messaged her a few weeks ago and sent her a picture. And I was like, hey, have you thought of doing a sock blank like this? And she was kind enough to give me credit for her idea on her podcast. Thank you for the shout out, Andy. That was so thrilling to hear. And for you to give me credit, come on. She does not need to give anyone credit for her ideas. She is mind-blowingly amazing. And if you've seen her sock blanks, you know. So because she said I gave her this idea, she let me get one of her sock blanks. And she sent it to me. So I sent her a picture of trees. And I was like, hey, have you thought about this? And she said that she had been considering doing one of these. So that was not me giving you the idea, but I appreciate the credit in this beautiful sock blank. I can't even knit it, you guys. Like, this is art. So I was thinking about grafting the ends together and just making like a cowl. Making it a cowl. So I never, oh my gosh, you guys. Can you even, like, I really love the depths of color. Can you see how it's like light browns and blues and dark browns? And she's amazing. She's amazing. So she just had another shop update on Monday, and I was watching the Knitting Type podcast. I was ear burned watching her podcast that morning. I had never seen her podcast before. You should definitely check her out. She's a Colorado native who knits and does all kinds of crafty goodness, and her podcast is very enjoyable to watch. She's very sweet and soft-spoken, and I cannot remember her name. She couldn't remember my name either. So, hiya, you Knitting Type. You're so cute. But I was watching her podcast Monday morning, and she started talking about Andy. I can't remember why. Maybe she had gotten some minis. Oh, she did a swap maybe? I can't remember. But she started talking about Andy, and it was like 8:55. And Andy does her shop updates at 10 Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. That's what it's called, right? I live Central Standard Time, so that's 9 o'clock my time. And she starts talking about Andy, and I'm like, I'm up early enough on a Monday. I need to go try to score, because Andy had just done these amazing sock blanks. And you guys, I scored. And I'll show you what I got next time, because it's already shipped, and I'm sure it will be here super fast, because this one was as well. And I'm just so excited. I was on cloud 9 for the rest of the day because of that. So what else do I have to show you guys? I talked about my yarns and my Andy sock blank that I just want to like curl up and live with and never knit in a million years. I'll knit the other one. The other one that I bought, I'll probably knit. This one, I don't feel like I can knit it. I mean, look at those trees, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll set it down. So I've also got a couple of other things. Let me look at my notes. What else do I have to show you guys? I showed you my sock blanket and my kit. Okay, so I talked about that blanket that I'm making with the Miss Babs yarn since I decided he doesn't want a sweater from it. I've been looking for another yarn. I mentioned I thought I knew what a good yarn was, and I think it's this one. I only bought one skein so far, so I can swatch like a little good knitter. So I can swatch and decide if this is going to be ideal. And I would pull it out, and it's like there, and I don't want to put my butt in y'all's face, but I'm knitting him the Slade. And you can look it up. I believe it's a Brooklyn tweed pattern, and it's just an open cardigan, really simple stockinette. I think it's seamed together. Anyway, this This reminds me a lot of the Brooklyn tweed. I knit this, which is Brooklyn tweed and shelter. And this feels very similar. However, this yarn is 85% wool, 10% silk, and 5% cashmere. I love it. It's all tweedy, and it is Queensland collection. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. Mandu. It's an Aran weight, luxurious merino silk and cashmere tweed. He's going to look so handsome in a cardigan like this. Right, you guys? I really love it. So I'm going to swatch for him a sweater with that and maybe knit it for Christmas for him. I mean, we're already in July, and the likelihood of me finishing a man-sized sweater by Christmas, I don't know. It really depends on how much I love the yarn and the needles and the pattern, honestly, on how fast I can work through things. So in getting that, when you have your wallet out at the yarn store, you can't just get one skein of yarn. Come on, who does that? So I was walking around and I really wanted to knit this pattern. I've had this in my queue for a bit, and it is the Love of Spiders by Melody Berg. And I was originally going to knit it in a green like that, the Lettuce from Malabrigo, lettuce colorway. It's like a neon green like that with a darker purple. But when I went to the knit shop, they were all sold out of the green, which was kind of sad. But I was looking around and I saw these two, and this is new to the shop. Amy opened in May, and she's been steadily getting in her yarn dyers yarns. Like, she started out in the shop was stocked but not full. Now it is filling up, and new yarns are coming in every week. And so Manos del Yogre Allegria, I've never knit with this, but I've heard a lot of podcasters talk about it and talk about how much they love it. So when she had this there, I was like, oh, look at that. And it is so soft. Both of them are superwash merino poly made, which is 75-25. Yeah, both of them are the same, 445 yards, and they're both fingering weight. So I was thinking this would be a good Love of Spiders too, with the gray being the main color. Sorry, that word totally escaped me. The gray being the main color and the variegated being the contrasting design color. So I just want to pull this out right quick and show you guys all the colors. Like, it's got this purple and these blues and then these yellows and little flashes of like emerald. I mean, this yarn is so beautiful. I'm sorry that but I really love it. And I think, like, it's hard for me to knit for gifts because I'm a selfish knitter, but I think I bought this yarn with someone in mind to gift it. We'll see if I actually gift it after I get done knitting it. I might decide that I've got to keep it for myself. Again, I'm not sorry for being a selfish knitter. Another thing that she just got at West 7th Wool that she just got in were some snips, some Haya snips. I wonder if this means she's going to get Haya needles too, because I have not tried them and I've heard a lot of people talk about them. But I got the octopus snips. Right now I have the puppy snips in green. She also had the puppies and the kitties, but I chose the octopus in blue because it's summer and it matches my yarn. So these are just so cute, and they're such great scissors. I mean, I've talked about these and raved about them, so I'm pretty excited about those. Oh, and look, here's that tag I was looking for the skirt from earlier, the little mini tag. So Stephanie, this was you, right? Milkshuck blog? You sent these beautiful tags. I'm almost certain it was you. So another acquisition that I got, I've been wanting to get a awesome granny bag for quite a while. Since maybe a year, since I started podcasting, I think I first started hearing about her bags and went to her shop, and I thought her bags were super cute, and I just didn't get one for a long time for whatever reason. And then Legacy Knits was talking about their coupon code, which is Legacy Knits with a Z15, and you get 15% off. So I was like, oh, well, let me go buy a bag. And she had this amazing print that I love so much, and it's perfect for summer, sunflowers. And I got the medium size, and she sends one of these zipper pulls with her bags. And then she has this awesome ring that says, love, dream, hope, trust, and then it repeats itself around. And then the interior is this really cute polka dots, and then there's her tag. Bags by Awesome Granny. Respect your knitting. That is so cute. Oh, and here's her card. And visit her shop and get yourself an Awesome Granny bag. Do it. Look at that. Look how happy that sunflower print is. So that is all of my acquisitions. I say that's all. That's quite a bit. I know. I'm a little embarrassed. Let me make sure. It is, definitely. Definitely. I bought needles and stuff too, but who cares about those? I wanted to show you guys, I meant to show you last time, but I do have a few project bags. I'm destashing, trying to get more money for more project bags and yarn. There's nothing wrong with any of these bags. I'm just not so in love with the print as I once was, and I just want to make more room for more stuff in my stash. So if you are interested in any of these, go check out my Ravelry page. There's a project bag destash thread in that Yarn Junkie podcast group on Ravelry. Didn't mention that at the first. Anyhow, if you're interested in any of these, that'd be awesome. If you're not, no big deal either. This one is from 3 Bags Full, and it's a very large size. I would call this sweater size, or even Cozy Memories blanket size. It's got a pocket on the interior. It's got this really fun dragonfly print on the interior and sheep riding balloons on the exterior. It's got a very sturdy handle with a D-ring that just makes it easy to hold on your wrist. The strap is padded, so it's not gonna like cut into your wrist. The zipper has 2 zipper pulls, a progress keeper, and then an actual zipper pull that's fixed to the zipper. That's what I was looking for. So there's that one. And I'm not sure what I have the prices. I have the prices listed in the podcast group, but I'm not going to say them on here. Sorry. I just don't remember what I wrote down. I don't think I have this one listed yet, but if anyone's interested in it, just message me. It's a Mad Bird bag. Again, this is a very good sweater size. I used it for my sweater, and I use it for spinning. Like, I set this on the back of my spinning wheel and put my fiber in here and spin out of it. So it's actually full of fiber. Like, I'm gonna have to clean it up because it's got fibers all in it. The interior fabric is coordinating with the exterior. It's got nice little rope pulls. I really love this bag, but again, I just have a lot of bags. And again, this was Mad Bird. Where'd that tag go? Mad Bird bags. So another that I have is this one by Yarn Friendly. And it is a great shawl or sock size bag. Just vintage cameras, little retro cameras. I love this bag too. But I have a lot of this size. Yarn Friendly, and it's got a cute little camera progress keeper zipper pull. Isn't that adorable? So, and then last but not least, one of my very hard to part with, but I just don't use it. I don't use this size a lot. It's a I would say this is a good featherweight, fingering weight sweater project, small sweater project, large shawl project. This is a homespun house bag. And these cute little kitty prints with a polka dot and then a gingham on the inside. And then it's got her signature little house zipper pull progress keeper. She puts that on all her bags. And I mean, this is a very well-made bag, very nice interfacing. I'm wiping dog hair off of it. I promise they're gonna come to you clean. And if you're allergic to dogs, probably not the best bags for you. I have 3. There might be a dog hair on it. I'll try to get them all off. But it's got a very nice nylon handle. So if you're at all interested in any of those bags, they're listed in my podcast group. I'm just trying to de-stash, like I said. If you're not, that's cool too. That is all I have to show you guys. I think I might go ahead and add another segment at the very end of this of Estrella and her latest crafts, because she's been doing her own little podcast on her phone and it's just so cute, and I wanted her to show off her things, that way she can talk about them and her crafting progress. I thought maybe some of y'all might enjoy that, so stay tuned. It will be tacked on the end if you would like. If not, that's okay too. I'm looking around like a mad person, making sure I covered everything. I think I did. Yeah, we're good. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me. We will see y'all again maybe in a week, maybe in 2, maybe in 3. It's summer, so enjoy your summer, enjoy your time outside. We sure have been. It's been a blast. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Okay, my name is Estrella. I am 10 years old. I will be in the 5th grade, and I love to craft. And I will be showing you some of the things I've been crafting lately.
I have to go let Roger in.
First thing I'd like to talk about is this wonderful skirt I made. Show it. Skirt.
Here, I'll show it while you talk about it.
Okay. It was at first supposed to be doll rompers for that doll, but the rompers were too short, so I couldn't add the leg part. And then I tried to use it as a shirt, but it kept loosening up around and kept sticking out like this. So I just pulled it down and made it into a skirt.
And you sewed a casing with some elastic?
No.
Yes, that's what this is.
Well, I didn't sew it. I didn't sew it while it was already sewn together on the side. I sewed it while it was flat. And then...
Oh, so it's not really a casing. Oh, okay,
no,
I see.
Not really.
Still.
Put it back on the Barbie because she's practically naked. The next thing I will talk about is...
Hottest. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. The next thing I will talk about is the doll dresser that goes with this bug bed I will talk about in a second. See, adorable dresser. It was actually a...
Here.
Right. It was actually a tea box. You can still see the side. I didn't paint the side or the inside, just the back wall.
It's got feet on the
Little
bottom.
green feet. It's all green.
Barbie shoes.
Yeah, and then there's breakfast foods and dog food over
A
there
drawer.
with a book and stuff.
Did you make this out of cardboard?
No, I made it out of the front of the
Tea box?
Tea box, yes.
So cardboard.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. I made it out of pizza box.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
And it has a beautiful little...
Bead on it, yay, and some rope to decorate. And I used twine. Turn it back around. Those are dog treats. They were in the pet shop.
Dog treats?
Yes.
Out of foam?
Yes.
That you cut out?
Yes. With little holes in them from a toothpick. Therefore, where's that dog?
She made this.
Dog's
Dog
there.
treats. What's this?
That's cereal. I left something over there. Sorry. And look, it's a little bowl. for cereal, and then, what are these rolling things called?
A rolling pin.
A rolling pin. It's actually a button. The back broke off, but it's so cute. Okay, put this down here. And then, the next thing I will show you is this doggy rug. Actually, at first it wasn't a rug. It was actually... At first, it was actually just a little scraps of fabric that I sewed together, and then the little squares on it. Squares with navy thread, and then across the with pink. Anyway, I had no use for it, so I put it in this pet shop over here as a little doggy rug. Yay!
But first, she actually pretended it was a little flying frog for the puppy. Flying. Like in the movie with the giant genie.
You're right, it is easy to get thirsty.
Water break, emergency snacks.
Anyone up for emergency snacks? Because I also made a burger and fries. Show them this. A burger and fries. That was actually...
Neon fries. I'm not sure that I want to eat those radioactive fries.
They're not radioactive, it's just a...
She made the sandwich from paper and the french fries from pipe cleaners.
And then part of the burger is foam. Brown foam.
Show me the next thing.
Right. One more thing. This was actually supposed to go on a food cart. What are those things called? Food trolley? Food carts?
Food truck?
No, it's not a food truck because you don't drive anywhere. You push it along. It's like a little
Trolley or cart?
A food cart, food trolley, whatever. And it was actually made for that. So was the cereal box, but that sort of got turned around and it all fell apart. And it was all like, it's somewhere over there on a craft station. So yeah, just a little piece of lunch. The next thing I will show you, one of my favorites.
It's my favorite too.
Yeah, it's her favorite. It's one of my favorite small ones. Those dog treats are way cooler though. Is a disc clamp. Show it. You just knit.
No, it's okay. I can.
Okay. The bottom was painted green too, but since it was a Fiji bottle cap,
Non-porous.
The paint started
Paint
peeling.
wouldn't stick to it.
yeah, it wouldn't stick to it.
It started peeling off.
Since it was so slippery, it just peeled
So
off.
this was with toothpicks,
Yes, toothpicks, a cardstock, and a bottle cap.
a desk lamp, a doll desk lamp.
Yay! And it does not have a bulb. I figured that part could just be empty, since no one would ever see that.
Hurts the imagination. Dolls
Yeah.
don't really need to turn on the light.
No. But I do have this. It's a light.
It's a little Barbie flashlight.
It's more for just the pet shop. Just put it back over there.
That's okay.
Anyway, and now, coming up next, the bunk bed.
You might have to.
No, I got this. The bunk bed! Yay! Yeah, you can hold it. And there are even these little words that say, love is life. Plus I had a little leftover mixed green.
So this is a mattress that you made for your doll bed?
Yes! No sew mattress. I just glued stuff.
You
I
glued
got
it?
Yeah, hot glued it. I didn't feel like sewing right then.
But you said these little pillows, right?
Yes, I said the pillows. Stop interrupting. I actually got the idea for a no-sew mattress from my Froggy Stuff's no-sew pillows.
She glued them?
Yeah, she glued a no-sew pillow, so I made a no-sew mattress. There's a blanket. It was actually a coffee mat that I was going to sell online. They can't see the words love. They still can't see it. It's like impossible.
Yes, they can.
They can see it a little. Okay.
She stitched love on there.
It was supposed to be a coffee mat that I was going to sell online. Oh, and this pillow actually has a back. I was sewing it wrong. But anyway, it actually has a back. Isn't that awesome?
So the bunk bed has shelves?
Shelves, and there's a little trophy. So cute. And what else is right here? Sleeping mask.
So you sewed this little bag for your Barbie, right?
Yes, I did. What is this? Oh, I just put that back on the shelf. There we go.
And she's got a little desk.
Little desk for the desk lamp.
And it has a chair to the desk, right?
Yes, the chair. Lucy, don't step on the chair.
Go lay down, Lucy. Go lay down.
The chair. Okay, just give me that. We can set this down now. Oh, and
Well, let's see the chair goes. Oh, the lamp fell at the desk.
nothing is glued down.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll set this down.
Yeah, now we will set that down.
And Mom made this shawl for me, since purple's my favorite color.
I made that a long time ago.
And she already showed it.
They've
They've seen it. Put it back.
Here, you want to wear it? Well, look, it matches your shirt. While we sit
Best
here, you
pillow
can wear
ever.
it.
Look, it's got little flip-flops on it. Like a little dots, too. Black
Oh, you brought some more of the things I've made?
Oh. Whoa.
And this Mom made for me a very, very long time ago.
Oh, and I just made this necklace today.
Like,
It's
she
got a
made
little
it when I
frog.
was 2 or 3. When did you make this?
You were about 5 months old when I made that. That was one of your first toys.
It's a lion!
Yes, Mom also made this, but she
Look at
didn't
me.
finish it.
I didn't finish it. She's shaming her mama right now.
And this, she made a flying rhinoceros.
It's a dragon.
It was supposed to be a dragon.
A flying rhinoceros dragon.
She said it's a rhinoceros because she knows what the Ed Animals books are. Here's an elephant I made her a while back.
She lost it for like 3 months at our grandparents' house. That was awful.
Oh,
Prudence loves elephants.
Prudence loves elephants.
That's another elephant.
I got this elephant for Christmas when I was 3. It went on with a candy machine, but now it doesn't work anymore.
Let your sister show her
It was
stuff
on
she's
top of the candy machine.
The chair! Amazing little chair. Look at it. Oh, you can't see it there. I did not just glue it together. There was a plastic triangle thing. I'm not sure what it was. But I glued foam on the inside of it, or I trimmed it a little on the top and on that side to make arms and back of a chair. And then I glued foam on the inside, orange foam, so summery. It's so soft. I was going to put a cushion there, but there was foam there anyway. And then I glued yellow cardstock on the outside and little, I guess that's about maybe an inch. Not an inch. I guess that's an inch, right? Inch tall rocks on the bottom.
like half an inch.
Like half inch rocks on the bottom. They're all about the same size anyway. Not exactly the same size, but it works. And you can set down evenly, unlike the lamp and a lot of other things that I have. Just go there. Now, the grand finale. Not really that grand.
Another water break. What's your favorite thing I've ever made you, Prudence?
Well, I don't know what my favorite thing that you ever made me is.
I would have shown Creature, but you've already shown him, so.
But
Okay, did you show my tree?
I will go get
I don't think you showed my tree.
my two favorite things that I got for on my birthday or for Christmas, and also Mom made me the other
Show
one.
your pet shop.
Now I will show my pet shop while she's away. Anyway. Grade A pet shop. Yay! She actually found this A somewhere over there in her junk stash.
It was sent to me in a swap from one of you guys. Thanks.
Yes! Thank you so much, because now my pet shop has a name. I was thinking about changing
And these
the name.
little what are they called?
No idea.
These were sent by a viewer too. By one of
Tsumis?
Tsumi, something like that.
Yeah, I think it starts with the TSNAIS. Something like that. Grade A pet shop in cursive. And then, this is like an... Oh, come on. What fell that time? Fruit? Fruit fell again. Fruit fell again. Fruit fell again. That sounds funny. Right here is a little advertisement that says, where we make everything need an A+. You know, like pet wise. Here's my flower box.
That's
it's
my
made of
favorite part.
pizza.
With her little paper mache flowers. Or not paper mache. What is that called? Tissue paper.
Tissue paper.
Thank you.
Well, it's... Oh, come on.
It's okay if things fall. Just keep going.
Everything falls. Everything falls. Not the cleanest place. I'll just show you one at a time things. First, the apron. Beautiful little store clerk apron. Okay. No apron then.
Honey, let me show you the best way to do it. Because pulling everything out of here individually is not the best way.
And it's not working.
Now talk about it.
But everything's all ugly and falling down.
Just don't.
Fine. Here's a dog rope. So adorable. And then there's these two balls that I just glued down since they kept sliding. Over here is a frog tank. Kind of hard to see. But there's water in there. There's a little artificial leaf. There's a frog. Boing, boing. And a tiny plant.
And you made the desk?
Yes, I
and
made
these
the
little
counter.
scratch posts?
Oh, yeah, I
Talk
did.
about the things you've made, not about the...
Not about the... But I did make the frog aquarium.
I know. That's...
With duct tape.
There, you can see the artificial water now. It's all sparkly.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
sparkle
leaf.
tape.
It's made from tape.
Now,
Hi,
the
I'm
cat...
Kaden. I'm the one who runs the shop.
Keep going.
I was thinking about changing the name to Peyton's Pet Shop since
I
Peyton
did.
over there is the one who runs the pet shop. Owns the pet shop, everything. But I didn't, because this wooden A is adorable and I didn't want to put it to waste. Now, here is the Cozy Cat Tower. Yay! This is a metal lid that I put foam on the inside. There's foam on the inside. Oh, not foam. It's felt. My nose is itchy. And then paper on the outside, and you can actually still see that it's metal. And then this is a Gatorade lid. This is a Powerade lid. This is a toilet paper roll that I cut down the middle and then cut away some and then glued it over. That way it would be skinnier than a regular toilet paper roll. This is a paper tube. That's a paper tube. Paper tube. And they're just wrapped in twine. And here's another one of those Tsumis. And I don't have any toy cats except for that wooden one that Prudence got for Christmas. But that's with a set. With a little dollhouse. It even has a little bed and a cat bowl and all. So I did have it out last night, because we were playing with dolls, but now I do not have it out.
That's all right.
No, I still need to talk about the foam food and the little water bowls.
I already showed that last time.
Oh. Well, I'll just show them the fork and the spoon. Hey, where's the spoon?
Pet
The spoon's
supplies
Pet supplies.
for outside cleanup.
It's a fork and a spoon.
A rake and a shovel.
A rake and a shovel. It's a rake and a shovel. Sort of. Oh, I didn't show them the cat toys. The cat toys is one of the best part. Packaged cat toys, which is just little knots of twine. Braided twine. No, just knots of twine, really. And there's kitty food,
A
yummy
little
barks,
sponge.
dog food.
Here, sit down.
some soap.
Sit down and say bye.
Oh, soap. Yeah. Okay, that was my first podcast in my life. I loved it, and bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.
And you're done. Happy crafting.
They watch this little My Froggy Stuff, and that's her little
Best show
catchphrase
ever.
on the end.
If my froggy stuff ever
She
was.
teaches
Oh, and
her a
before you
bunch of
guys go, I'm going to show you my
If my
favorite
froggy
stuff. This, Mom made me
They've seen it too.
a mermaid.
Floppy neck.
And this, I got for Christmas or my birthday. It's a little
It's your
doll.
baby. It's your baby. Okay. So thanks, guys. We'll see y'all next time, and I hope you enjoyed this little segment as crazy as it was.
And if you're
Bye.
if you're Froggy or Little Froggy or Froggy Boy or Froggy Dad, you're the best people ever. Okay, you can do it.
Bye.